is Amanda from Multisoft Corporation, your MLM solutions provider. Today I'm going over session 3 on the compensation training. So you want to start by logging in with your admin account and going to user and user management. And what we're going over is when you hover over a name, there's some certain shortcuts that you're able to click on, and we're going over the add order. So before we start going over orders and how to add orders and shortcuts, I want to first go over how orders relate to commissions. So let's go to plans and calculate commissions. I'm going to briefly go over how you calculate commissions, and then I really want to go over periods, start periods, and finish periods, and how orders relate to that. So the first thing you'll see is different systems. If you have a new system, you might see all three, or you might only see your particular systems that you have enabled. You want to make sure and click on the system that you want to calculate commissions or that you're checking. And then you want to click on Calculate Commissions, and then click View Commissions. And then you'll see it process the commissions. You can click on this as much as you would like. It doesn't cause any problems. All it does is look for the most updated information to apply in the commissions. So I'll just show you. You can click on it again. It doesn't do anything. It won't hurt it. It's just refreshing your system. Alright, and then I want to take a look at these different periods. So you can see that this particular test system was started on April 9th, and then the period ended on April 30th, and it was closed. And you can see the next period was May 1st to May 31st, which was closed. Then we go from June 1st to June 30th, which was closed, and we have the next open period is from July 1st to July 31st. Now your periods might be different lengths, but this particular system is set up in months. And your payments might be different. You might have different bonuses that you're paying out. You might not pay out a unilevel fast start bonus, but this is just set up in the test system so I can give you an idea about how orders relate. So I want you to notice that some are closed and only one is open. You can only have one open period. The system will not allow you to have two open periods. So technically it is August right now, and I still have the open period for July 1st to July 31st. So it will only count orders that are dated for July 1st to July 31st in my open period. Any orders past July 31st will not be calculated in this commissions because it's not part of the open period. So let's keep that in mind. If you want to close a period, you would simply click on Close Period. After you've calculated commissions, pay out your period, and then you would open up your next. But for now, let's just stick to the period dates and how those relate to orders and how those affect commissions being paid out. So let's go back to our shortcut here in User Management. And I'm going to hover over somebody that I would like to add an order to. So I'm going to click on the Add Order. This is how admin will add order for any user, customer, or distributor in their site. They just hover and click on Add Order. And then since we took the shortcut, it already takes us to step 2. I want to show you first what it looks like for a customer or distributor when they're adding an order. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Now you notice I'm not signed in. These are the only menus I can see. So there's no user management. There's no way for them to get to the add order that way. They would have to go through the shop and pick the particular items they'd like to add, or through the Join Now. It creates an order through the Join Now. They become a distributor. They would check out. I haven't set up an account yet, so I would use guest checkout, but if they have set up an account, they would skip that. They'd put in all their payment information, and then they would just place their order. And that's how somebody places an order if they're not admin. So this is only for admin what I'm showing. No one can see this unless you give them admin rights. Okay, so let's go back to our shortcut under User Management. And I'm going to hover over a particular distributor. Let's do Sierra 100,002 and click on Add Order. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is the date. So if you remember, the open period was for July still. That's still open. I haven't closed it and opened another period. So if I wanted this particular distributor's order to be part of the open period to be paid out on commissions, I would need to go ahead and change the date. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to change it. Let's change it to July, and I'm going to pick any date in July. And so now this order, if it generates any commissions, it will be part of the open period. And then as well, I can go ahead and add as many products as I would like here. I am able to change pricing as admin, so I can change this to $1 if I would like. I can also change the CV that's available. I can change these each to $1. And it will not change for all orders. The only order I am changing is this particular order that I'm on right now for Sierra. If she logs in and places an order, she will not find the cosmetic eyeshadow at $1. It'll be the normal price. This is just something I can do for admin. Once I have what I'd like to purchase, I click on add order, and then we'll see it populate over here. Can also add coupons and stuff like that if I would like, update billing and shipping. I can take her payment as over the phone or however I want to do that by putting in her payment information, or I can bypass a payment as admin. Only admin can do that. I can choose how I'm taking that payment. I can even put in a note if I put other. Alright, and then I would just click next when I'm happy with it. And this gives us a summary. I can do some more editing if I would like, and then I would just go ahead and click on finish and click OK. So here's my order number that I created. Here's the date. Remember, we changed the date. Here's Sierra's ID number. Here's the purchase's title and the sold by name, and then this is the sponsor right here. So this shows you this particular order, who the purchaser is and who is the sponsor right here. And then you can also check the order by going to orders and search orders. You can search by the ID number, the name, or if it's the last order you just created, it's usually at the top. And you could search other ways by clicking on advanced search. I'm going to go ahead and click on the order number. So a couple things that are really important when it comes to commissions to remember is the order date. Remember, we changed this to be part of the commission period. So if the order was already created and you wanted it to be in the open period, you could just click on edit and put it in the open period. Also, if an order is not paid, if it's in a pending status, it will not show in commissions. So if this order was set to not paid, it would not calculate in commissions, even if it's partially paid. If it's not paid, it will not go to commissions, so you'd want to go ahead and make sure it's paid if you want it to be paid out in commissions, and then you put in any notes and then click on save. So that's the two most important things when you're thinking of commissions. There are other things you can edit in here as far as credited to and sold by, which we can go over in other videos, but for the commissions part, we're going to go over that. Also, commissions are paid off of CV for the one we're checking right now. So that's an important thing to think about when you're adding CV to SKUs. Which we'll go over further in another video, but right now we're just going to check on the order date and the status. So if it's unpaid, or if the order date is not between the current open period, the order will not be paid out. So when we were adding an order through the add order, you could see how you could manipulate dates and paid status by bypassing payment. This shows you how, if an order is already created, how you can go in and edit items so that they'll also show in commission periods. So you notice that this sold by, this is the sponsor, is user 100,000. And the customer is 100,000 too. So let's go see if this actually paid out to this particular distributor 100,000. So let's go to plans and calculate commissions. And I'm going to check the unilevel system because I have it set up in a unilevel system. Alright, and then we always want to calculate commissions, because if you do not calculate commissions, it will not check the order we just placed. You have to calculate commissions for it to grab that order. Let's go ahead and click on the open period. It will only pay out in an open period. Remember, we changed the dates to fit into the open period. So let's click on period ID 4. And we'd want to check user 100,000. And here's our distributor right here. So remember, her name was Sierra. She's 100,000 too. It will take all of her order CV if she's placed more than one order. If she's placed 10, 15 orders, and it'll calculate it all here. And it'll show the percentage. This will be different depending on what you have your levels percentage set to, or if you even have levels percentage in there. And it gives you the total right here. Alright, so let's go back to user and user management. So we know how to add an order for somebody. You can also click on somebody and you can check their current orders and make edits to their order that way as well. So you can do add order, you can search orders, or just click right on their name for user management. Alright, and then once you click on their name, you're going to click on the order history. And here, this will show you all of the orders that they've placed. So you can see some of these orders are part of closed periods. If they're not paid, remember they will not be paid out. And if they're part of a closed period, they would not be paid out in the open period. So we're only looking for orders in the current open period right now. You can see there's 2. They're both paid. And you can click on the actual order and you can make further edits as well. So if I didn't want this to be paid out, I would just click on Edit, select Not Paid. Whatever reason you don't want it to be paid out, and it has to be 15 characters, and hit Save. And it's as simple as that. This order will not be part of the current open period. Alright, also you can go to Order, Add Order for somebody. And this is the first step before I showed you the shortcut for the add order. And then you can search by their ID number or their name. I'm just going to put a name in here and click on the search icon, and here's our distributor. I would just click on their name and then it'll take me to step 2 to put in the order information. And here's where I would put in the order information. And again, this will not show up in the current open period. It would show up once I close the period and open the August period, then it would be part of that open period. So that's something to remember if you ever want a particular order to be in a different period that's open, you'd want to change it here. There is one more place that I wanted to show you that you can also add an order. It's back in that order history. So in the order history, as well as being able to verify and check pay status and orders and view the orders, you can also add an order. This is also a shortcut. Takes you past step 1 and takes you right to step 2. So I'm back in step 2 where I can create an order. So that gives you a good idea of how orders relate to commissions and how the pay status and the order date is really important when you're trying to fit a certain order or check orders that should be paid in the current open period. Please share this webinar training with your company administrators and support team in order to enhance the services provided to your customers and distributors. We appreciate your feedback and input. Please let us know if this helped and how we can improve supporting you. If you have any questions about this or any other trainings, would like to schedule one-on-one training with one of our CSRs, or would like to speak with a multi-soft account executive, please call us at 1-239-945-6433 or submit a help desk ticket request at help